think that's recording.
Okay. Okay, parallel lines, I don't know, is that how you spell parallel?
I don't remember.
I think that's right. They have the same slope. Okay, if I have two lines that are parallel, both of those lines have the same slope. That slope looks like it's probably 1/2. So they would both have like a 1/2 slope. Now that's going to be different. Like this one, 1, 2, and 1. So this one might be y is equal to 1/2 x plus 2. And this is y is equal to 1/2 x minus 1. That might be the equation of those two lines. Okay? So this is this slope and this is this slope. Those slopes match, right? Therefore, I know that they're parallel lines. Perpendicular lines, you know what a perpendicular line is?
Mm-hmm.
It joins at what kind of an angle?
Right angle.
Right angle, okay? They have opposite reciprocal slopes. Okay, so if I had that equation and I want to know what is the slope of the line that's perpendicular to that. Opposite means if this is positive, then the slope I'm looking for is negative. Reciprocal means I'm going to flip it. So if this is 1/2, then it's the slope of its perpendicular line is -2/1. Okay? Sort of, kind of.
I think I kind of understand.
Okay, let's do a couple. Let's do a couple so that we can figure it out. Where did I reset that? No. Okay, let's say they're telling me to graph the line that goes through the point 3, 4 and is parallel to x plus y equals 4. Now, the only reason why I need this equation is because I need to find my slope. So I'm going to turn around and I'm going to solve this. Now it's in that form. So what's the slope right there? Any idea? What's the number in front of my x?
1.
-1. Okay, because I got a there's a understood 1 right there, right? So my slope is -1. So what I'm going to do, because they asked me to graph it, I'm going to graph that point. I'm going to apply my slope, so I'm going to go down 1 and over 1. Okay, that is the graph that goes through 3, 4 and is parallel to this line. If I were to graph that line right there, okay, I'm going to go up 4, then I'm going to go down 1 and over to the right 1. That is that line. I just graphed in red the line that's parallel to that, right? Now, let's say they change this and they go graph the line that's perpendicular to that. Now, if I have found that my slope up here is -1, then that's the same as -1/1, right? The opposite reciprocal becomes +1/1, because I'm like flipping it and taking the opposite. Okay, so I'm getting rid of this. Well, that's the original, is that blue. I'm going to get rid of that one. Okay, so blue is that original line. Now I'm going to graph the line that goes through 3, 4. Okay, so there's 3, 4, and is perpendicular to this line. So I go down 1 and over to the right 1. Wait a minute. No, I go down, up 1 and to the right 1, because I'm using that slope. It's a 90-degree angle. Okay. Same slope, opposite reciprocal slopes. Okay, let's do another one. You look a little confused.
I think I kind of understand.
Okay.
It's a lot. But
Again, it's, you won't really know until you start doing your homework on it. All right. I am going to graph the line that goes through 0, 3, and is perpendicular to 6y minus 10x equals 30. Okay, the very first thing I have to do is put that in that form. Okay, so I'm going to solve for the y. So I have 6y is equal to 10x plus 30. I'm going to divide by the 6. You with me? Okay. So I have 10 over 6x plus 5. I'm going to reduce that down. I'm going to divide both by 2. So I have 5 over 3x plus 5. So the slope here is 5/3. So I'm wanting the slope that's perpendicular to that. So what's the slope I'm going to use?
perpendicular to 5/3.
Right.
3 over negative 5.
There you go. Okay, good. Okay, so that's all I needed that for, was to find the slope. Then I'm done with that. So now I've got to put this on my graph. I find the point 0, 3, which is that point. And then I'm going to apply that slope. Now, I can either put the negative on the 3, or I can put the negative on the 5. It doesn't matter. Okay, so you've got the negative on the 5, which is great. Okay, so I'm going to go up 3 and to the left 5. So that's the line that goes through the point 0, 3 and is perpendicular to this equation.
Mhm.
Okay? You with me?
I think so.
Okay, this right here is the big thing. Parallel, same slope, perpendicular, opposite slope. If I said parallel to this, then this is going to change to 5/3, the same slope that I had. Okay, so then I would graph 0, 3, and I'm going to go up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and to the right 3. And that's that line. Okay? All right, I want you, so basically this whole section had to do with finding the slope, graphing with the slope, and understanding that if they say parallel, you're talking about the same slope. If they say perpendicular, you're talking about opposite reciprocal slope. However, you have got to often put it in the right form. So, let's say I've got 2x plus 6y equals, 3y equals 6. How do I put this in the right form, Sam?
To put it in
Slope
Slope
intercept
intercept?
form. So that I can find the slope.
Yeah, you have to move the 2x over.
Okay, so I have 3y is equal to negative 2x plus 6. Now what?
Solve for y.
Okay, so how am I going to do that?
Divide 3 by
Okay.
x.
So I have negative 2/3 x plus 2. Would you agree with that? Okay. If I said, what's the slope that's parallel to this? Okay, what would I have? If it's parallel to this line?
The negative 2 over 3.
Negative 2 over 3. If I said perpendicular, what would the slope be?
3 over 2.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. All right. I am going to have you work on your homework. Okay. The only thing that your homework is doing, it's finding the slope, so maybe rearranging the thing, it might give you 2 points and you have to use the slope formula. And then it's gonna have you do some of that stuff where you have to graph lines that are parallel or perpendicular, okay? So page 85, I want you to do 18 through 40 even. Now, you are not coming tomorrow, right?
No.
Okay,